This is The Long Night by George Stafford-Roberts.
Heavy snow will continue to fall overnight across much of northern England as temperatures plummet further. The Met Office has issued a red weather warning, and police are urging the public not to drive unless absolutely essential.
Hotel Delta 4, urgent from control.
This is Hotel Delta 4.
Updates for you. Inbound storm has made landfall and will be heading our way within the hour. Decision's been made to close the north and southbound carriageway over Shap Summit due to a high chance of severe snowfall in that area.
Roger, received all. We're currently northbound M6 towards Junction 38. We'll place a stop there then.
Affirmative, HD4. All assets are currently spread extremely thin. As such, you're requested to place northbound closure at 38, then head north to 39 and place a southbound block as well.
Confirm we're to shift north once our block is placed at 38.
Confirmed. I know it's unorthodox, but you're all we have in the area, not already tied down with other incidents. Storm is due at 11:30. Stay safe, guys.
Thanks. Hotel Delta 4 out. They're serious.
Seems so.
Right. I hope you brought your scarf.
Definitely in need of hot chocolate right now.
That's the spirit. Personally, I think I was born to throw cones in a force 10 gale.
Agreed. It's really your one true calling.
Is that a car?
Who's driving in this weather?
What? Apart from us? They're not slowing down. Oi! Slow down! The road's closed! Stop! Whoa!
Are you okay?
Crazy. Running the roadblock as well. We wouldn't do that if we were police.
Well, we're not.
Shame. Someone needs locking up for their own safety. No respect at all.
We're done here. Come on. Control, Hotel Delta 4.
Send it, HD4.
Northbound closure now in place at 38. Note that we did have one vehicle run the roadblock earlier. See if you can't get their number plate on your cameras north of here.
All received. Be advised, we've had no vehicles passing Junction 39 the past half hour, and all cameras over the summit are currently at zero visibility due to snow.
Damn it. Okay, Control. We'll keep an eye out as we cross the summit. Is there any backup at all?
No backup available this time. Stay in touch. Control out.
Well then.
Storm's due in half an hour. Let's get moving.
Is it always like that? People just ignore us, treat us like we're only here to inconvenience them.
In my 3 years on the job? Pretty much, yeah.
Great. You tried to keep them safe and the journey moving smoothly, and they still blow past you at 100 miles per hour in a snowstorm.
In my experience, there's rarely much gratitude for public service workers nowadays.
Bloody
Hey, slow down a sec. What's that?
What is it?
Thought I saw a light through the snow. Oh, yeah. Look. Right there.
That's a good eye you've got there. Let's see. Oh, Christ!
Control, this is Hotel Delta 4, urgent.
Control here. Send it.
Control, we found your missing car. Currently upside down in a ditch, looks like it's skidded on ice. We need fire and ammo up here ASAP.
What do we do?
Jump down and tell me how many are in there. I'll fetch the kit from the boot. Any ETA on fire control? This looks bad.
Teams have been alerted, but all assets are currently engaged due to storm effects elsewhere. We'll keep you posted.
Roger that. HD4 out. Extinguisher there. First aid there.
Linda! One woman in the car, but I can't get the door open.
Help me! John, break the window with that rock and get her out.
Okay. Hey! Cover your eyes! Ah! Come on! Linda?
I'm here. Let me see. Hello, hey. You're safe now. My name's Linda. What's yours?
Sarah Dawson. Are you a doctor?
I'm a traffic officer, Sarah. I'm going to look after you, okay? You've been in a car crash. Try not to move. John, pass me the kit. I need to stem this bleed.
Here. I think the weather's getting worse.
We'll get her to the car in a second. Now, Sarah, this is going to hurt like hell, but I need to stem this bleeding, okay? Hang on in there.
Ah!
You're right, John. It's snowing much heavier already. And we need to put her in the car. Help me lift her and keep her head supported too. 1, 2, 3. Lift!
I've never seen snow this heavy. It must be 4 or 5 inches deep and still growing.
Let's get out of here.
Oh no!
What's happening?
Must be the cold. Control from Hotel Delta 4, our vehicle won't start and we have a woman in urgent need of medical attention. What's the ETA on backup?
Hotel Delta 4, help is en route. It's extremely slow progress through deep snow. Wait 1 for medical instruction.
What are we going to do?
We stay here and we stay warm. They must be digging their way to us right now.
This is going to be a long night. Still awake, Linda?
Somehow.
How's Sarah doing?
Sleeping for now. How are you? It was hectic.
Honestly, I feel like my head's still spinning from earlier.
I'm not surprised. It's normal to react this way.
But you were so calm. How can you cope? We never covered all this when training.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I was just impressed.
I suppose this isn't my first car crash.
You were amazing.
It's nothing.
Modesty. But still, you really know your stuff.
Right. I suppose it doesn't hurt to tell you. Before I worked here, I was a police officer in the armed response team.
Seriously? Wait. No, that makes sense.
It does?
Yeah. Stoic, focused, hardly ever smiled. You were definitely a cop.
Ever the joker.
So I guess you learned to dress a puncture wound in that unit.
I did.
So why did you leave?
It's complicated. I can't talk about it. Sorry. Why don't you get some rest? I'll keep an eye on her. Hey, don't move. You need to keep your neck braced and that leg elevated.
What time is it?
3:30 in the morning. How you feeling?
Nasty. My leg's so achy.
Not much I can do for that. Sorry. But so far as I can tell, you're not bleeding now.
Thanks to you. Sorry I nearly drove into you earlier.
Can I ask where you were going in such a hurry?
My sister's. She's due her firstborn today. She told me not to risk driving with the snow. I didn't listen. I probably missed it now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Wish I thought it through sooner, though.
My husband didn't want me to work tonight with the weather so abysmal, but I was adamant.
You could blame them both. Yet we're all here. Strike one for stubbornness.
True. They'll hate us when they learn what's happened.
Yeah. We'll be fine. I have you guys.
Couldn't see anything obvious under the bonnet, though Mother Nature gave me a good beating for it too. Bloody hailstones.
Could be a battery fault. It's freezing out there.
Good point. I've managed to clear the snow from the wheels and lights, but without power we're going nowhere. What are we supposed to do, Linda? It's been hours now. We've got no power, no heating, no way of signalling to anyone. Are we just going to freeze to death here?
Hey, John. Take a breath. We'll be fine. And you need to stay strong for our sleepy guest here, okay?
Okay.
Good. So we need to solve the problem. Our battery is flat, or dead, so we need another to replace it, right? What about Sarah's car battery? It's still intact.
Would it work?
Considering the car's upside down, buried in snow, and the fuel tank ignited earlier, probably not. Still, it's all we have.
There's a toolkit in the boots.
You keep an eye on Sarah. I'll go see if we've got some luck left.
I don't think I've ever felt so warm.
Don't jinx it. You okay, Sarah?
Much better now. Well, best as can be if you ignore the hole in my leg, I mean. Easier said than done, though.
Don't worry. With the roof lights on, we'll be far more visible to rescuers now. Shouldn't be long.
Good.
What about you, Linda?
What about me?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Why?
It's just my old army dad always said to watch out for the quiet ones. And, well, I am your partner, so I'm curious.
Your dad was army?
Yeah, as was I. Well, would have been if I'd completed training.
What happened?
I dropped out, almost immediately. Couldn't bring myself to do it, especially once our kid was born. Dad wasn't happy.
Still, it's good that you took your life into your own hands, right?
It's admirable. I'd not have expected it from you.
Thanks. But what about you then, Linda? A story for a story is fair.
What's this?
Linda here has something to get off her chest.
Okay. If only to pass the time. So, it's almost dark, and we've pursued a guy on drugs charges for several miles when suddenly he stops. He leaps out the car like a pouncing cat, moves towards our vehicle and points a long black object towards us. It was instinctual. I fired 3 times.
And the weapon?
A stupid umbrella. The investigation cleared me, but I felt I had to quit the force. Didn't feel like there was much I could offer anymore. I guess I found this job instead to lie low. I've been here ever since.
And yet, if you hadn't, Sarah would be dead. I panicked, but your skills were invaluable.
Exactly. I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss them.
But I killed an innocent man.
And saved an innocent woman.
I don't think everything is that clear-cut, Linda. You make it sound so black and white.
Yes, I suppose so.
The way I see it, you get a second to make a decision and then a lifetime to sit there and tear it apart. It's so unfair.
You're both right, of course. It's just hard to shake off.
I suppose it won't be quick, but in time, yeah? I'll tell you what. When we get out, hot chocolate's on me.
Deal.
I'll take one too, please.
Come in, Hotel Delta 4. You receive it. This is Control.
We hear you! We're here!
At last. Good to hear from you. What's your status?
Oh, we're bloody starving. But we're good. We're all good.
All received. Be advised, with the weather now clearing, we've coordinated helicopters towards your area.
Roger that. See you soon. We're gonna be okay.
Yes. I think so.
In other news, commendations are in order for 2 Highways England traffic officers who last night rescued a woman from her car during apocalyptic weather conditions. The injured woman, Sarah Dawson, suffered hypothermia and blood loss from a punctured thigh. Though critical, doctors now report that she is stable and that all 3 are recovering well.
In the Long Night, Linda was played by Houmi Miura, John by Brian Madden, Sarah by Giselle Cullinane, and the radio controller by Vicki Conoley. Original music was composed and performed by Charlie Stafford-Roberts. The Long Night was written and directed by George Stafford-Roberts and is a 2017 production for the University of Salford.